Fernando for me more Kwababa Alpha 1G Meso Sasonia subscribe to for 1G. Meso so better no I like no share. No turn on notification bell and sebe update bia ye on sabit me akana make how say comment section once you dear. Meso so believe you comment maybe bia akos one. Nene breaking news ba say Chama Wontumi charges de born no. And they Attorney General dropped the final result. Babu I just say Chama Wontumi papa no. Just say is a fear and panic and a no concerning a Yoko arrest or the man na a year brand a champion be releasing to some certain conditions, and then Attorney General dropped down the final charges. The boy a Chama Wontumi na a 3 out of 4. Some answer Baba count say result no date. Attorney General release data de drop a year. Wontumi a final charges na papa no yema shin ye because during his stay home na stay back a year Iroko for engage with some interviews also background just to clarify charges on the born and the Chama Wontumi there na so aye sepa na so aye shini enyina say according to the process, and that's a process of a Chama Wontumi, Attorney General say some political senior officer advisors being so deal they are being hit with some money. Former Bank of Ghana, former boss. Report
I believe that our justice system must really be looked at because for instance, minor offense to say traffic violation now you walk to jail for 5 years. Traffic violation in other jurisdiction, you get to do communal labor. A park say for 1 week, or you pay a fine. And we must look at some of these methods and not just throw every person who commits a crime into jail, because sometimes when you come back you can never find your feet again. You are done for life. You are broken for life. And I'm happy say we are taking other measures. And then he also mentioned say they are about to set up some tribunals. It's very, very good. I think say Yatna Hakra Akada. Yatna Hakra Akada. Yatna Hakra Akada. So that will be fast. Yes, that will be fast track. So you case neba enya fe na yeko high court then na ya journey for another 10 years na they will be out of power, and then they be at 20-30 years ni hana yes nipa no is free to work. Tribunals are going to make sure say the people would be held accountable. When him say who can ghost list one, is coming. And then I hear that Wontumi, my friend Wontumi.
Hey, he's your friend.
my friends Wontumi's charges are ready. Yes, the charges are ready. By next week, the born in this one. That is good news. That is good news. Yes, that is good news. Welcome news. Ayini is doing very well. He's doing very well. He should continue because we campaigned on the basis of accountability.
I say he's not in the rush.
No, because he's not. We are Russia. If you want to just do things in a rush, you will fail. Because you have to cross your T's and dot your I's. Yeah. And he has to make sure he has the evidence. Even with the National Service one, he said he was about to charge them this week, but a new evidence has come up at the Bank of Ghana, where some amount about running into millions of dollars have just been discovered. Boss, Asebi, you pronounce it Asebi something, the former boss for National Service. Asibe, yeah, I think he signed those checks. and they would investigate and look into those that the amount that they just discovered at the bank. So they want to investigate that before the final charges are brought. And I think that he's a very good lawyer. He wants to make sure that Okodu Kota and Rebecca say you don't have enough evidence now. Because sometimes in a hurry to prosecute your political opponents, you may rush. Guilty. Don't forget that the punishment for these things is sometimes it's life changing, because who could spend 20 years, 30 years for in someone not to say you are may he so rest in peace. And it's people's lives at stake. If you are making accusations against people, you have to make sure that you have a good case against them. That is what Honorable Ayini is doing. He's trying to make sure that he has all the evidence ready into Mukokota. Evidence in the court, so the reasonable doubt can be raised by the opponent. But when you have your as a prosecutor, when you are speaking as a lawyer, as a prosecutor, when you have your evidence ready and before the judge, nothing. He's doing the right thing. We should give him the time to continue to do his work. Those saying that Oba Press don't know, Honorable, please continue to brief us. We want to know the status of these cases, so that people will understand that it is not just because we are in power we are trying to witch hunt down. They have to know the extent, because Oman Omuka say Ghana for no Murray. If we don't we don't put some of them make some of them pay, and in the next 3 years or 4 years they would come and say we only accuse them and we only used oral as propaganda and none of them is in jail. So in the next 3 years, some of them must be guessed at in Sawam.
Or you perceive that the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General is moving at a tortoise pace, but they will get there. Yes, because they don't want to miss any point along the way. And they want to get it right at the final place, which is the court, so that when the justices sit, they'll know that we have a case to deal with and to punish people. So I like the approach. You won't be paying. You won't Chief Justice be. No a patapa gidi je kufo pamono unimino. So if you are made Attorney General, you must learn from the lessons of the past. You understand? And begin to know that in political prosecution, whichever way you want to put it, you have to be careful in order, like she alluded to, you dot your I's and cross your T's. That means yes, he was making mistakes all of yes, he was in a rush. He was even begging witnesses to come and lie about tattoo forcing. You see now, tattoo forcing is forcing to make the economy work. Look at all those people; they are enemies. So they are part of the examiners. So Markins phony be Nasifono and this Attorney General. What did we do? 60-40. Next time, Mugabe. No, look at the man Dominic Ayeni. And look at his deputy, Justice Ṣtrike. You don't know that combination, eh? This is University of Ghana and UPSA combination. People who have stood in the classroom to train lawyers and judges who are now in charge of the prosecution process. Are you afraid? May I sleep? The democracy is not like Slim say. Me na me catch you. Slim say. What are you people talking about? Me say, and I make they don't sleep. Dominic Ayeni, for instance, he taught at the university for over 25 years. If I'm like, check, find out. He knows the law.
He taught me.
Yes. Yes.
When I was doing my masters.
What? So watch him. Today at the presidential series, saw an upright personality. Somebody who is forthright with the law. He will not use the law to persecute his opponents. He's only doing the right thing on behalf of the state. He knows his job. He's on top of the processes. Like I said, he's in control and he's prepared to get it right once and for all. So for me, I have no doubts about what he presented today on national television. I was highly enthused. At one point, I was in my room when he enumerated the things. Look at the National Service Secretariat. The National Service Scheme in Bayern, 1973. Other ones had been running. The Workers' Brigade had been running under Akroma, then under Ďrops they brought a workers' scheme also in order to take care of those people who have just completed school. So the National Service Scheme was introduced by Achampong. Achampong was shot in 1979 for less than an equivalent of 50,000, of which he had paid 32,000 of it. At the time, the cedi to dollar was 2 cedi 75 pesos. Somebody should calculate at home how small that money was in terms of dollar. Today, you have people, small boys, who they are not 50, fifth floor, listen, they are not 50 yet, they have stolen 498 million Ghana cedis.
It's more than that. I'm talking about national service.
National service.
It's about 582.
No, okay, Ameko. Look at you people. You have gone to destroy the scheme. Do you know what 582 million can do for the transformation of the National Service Scheme? Do you know the problems of the National Service Scheme itself? Go and find out those who go to do national service. We did it after A level and did it. Do you know the problems in there? Please. And then you manage to squeeze out all this money and squeeze it out from the national service. You know, this thing was not done by these young persons. Mugabe, there was a big criminal at the top. Maybe somebody I will call a senior advisor when it comes to stealing in government. He had the practice of it in his previous experience. Somebody who alleged that he sold books that he shouldn't have sold. Nanado put him where he shouldn't have put him, and he was beyond reach. Domlevo, you know, yes.
But talking about that, you recall that under Kufuor, their was it their national chairman or their chief of staff was caught on record saying that when appointees steal, they need to bring 10% to the party.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, what's his name?
It was their chief of
Haruna Ezeku.
Yes, Haruna Ezeku.
Yes, kickback.
So it is part of the DNA of the MPP.
Yes,
they accept stealing by appointees. Into when you steal, it's okay. So far as you come and pay into the coffers of the MPP, they would collect the 10% that comes to them. So this is not the first time. It is an organized crime.
That's what I'm saying.
Organized crime by government to steal from government coffers, and it is endorsed by the presidency. Right at the chief of staff place down to whoever is there. So they understand the language. Go and steal, come and pay 10% and take care of yourself.
It's a crime.
And they have a history of it.
Yes.
And Haruna Ezeku, everybody knows what I'm talking about. He was caught on record. He was recorded and saying that it was saying bring 10%. And Kufuor.
Yes.
Papa Nana or chief of staff, no. Chief of staff at the time.
Mugabe, send America no. Wa bosso wa sense supi. That is an organized crime. It's a chain of thievery from the top, organized from the center of government. They put certain people at certain places to go ahead, or they come up with the schemes and then they endorse it. Go ahead. This one, it will not see public scrutiny, so that they bring the money to the center. Either because you don't know where they get the money for campaign for. Look at the campaign they ran. On election day, they were sharing money. One of the persons implicated in the National Service Scheme, she has a football team. When she gets to the park, and now Sika Ocheno, Oche 200 cedi notes, no, a bit chawonsa. Brand new, fresh.
I say for some guy. I say
enough elections will there be? So mo je musika na want to amanu no.
Jackie
Bakono.
Omujidi.
Mugabe.
Omuji scanner no more dey say agency ya start to
Sir Mugabe, and interestingly, Ambassador made an interesting point that they are millionaire thieves. High Commissioner. Sorry, let me put it rightly.
To the United Kingdom.
Yes. Look, he says they are millionaire thieves. Mugabe, you were one city, you were tens. They are millionaire thieves. No. I want to show you the level of the Omu millions. Millions is to the seat power, because you were one city without a zero. Then there were 10 city with 1 0, 100 city with 2 zeros. Then you have 1,000, 3 zeros. Then 10,000 with 4 zeros. Then 100,000 with 5 zeros. She's talking about 1 million. 6 zeros. Omu yesika na. Omu yesika se wo throw paper so a 0000 nkwansia ewe tire. Enye sika kuma no mu wia no. So there is a scheme. They are millionaire thieves.
Fernando for what in summer a course who hold them to say expose way a German na anon dinye. A year Attorney General and summer to say okay canon. Ye who say a year MPP for propaganda, a serious propaganda. Attack the Attorney General of the press release about wanting. At the Ghana for, don't you remember? Say Ghana for your short memory, bibia ni refintem. That is why Attorney General adibia obeye no, o me make sure say o brief the general public. Say beya enkoye say Akufo-Addo time. Omo take decision no man take it without a public notice. And if say decision no omo taking ma, then they reverse it. Enye saa amamuo no bi na John Dramani Mahama aban ene NDC pese omo bu ekyere oman Ghana. Na mmom amamuo pa kyese ede kan kɔ amamuo pa ede hunumu eba na ekoso. Chama Wontumi ene nani ti kyese ne ho aka adwam. Na nka chama de obenya anka watukura afiri Ghana hanum se na akoye Ken Oforiata nsensem ne bi. Enso chama Wontumi enam ne case nti oni ba bia akɔ. Chairman is silent now no fear and panic and I drop it chama Wontumi Ṣtrike no to the maximum level. Kyese Attorney General Edin Semfo bi aba betu dwa kyese according to statement na chairman charges yede born nyina ene investigations okofie omokoye no ama charges ni nyina aye ready na ready aye chairman Wontumi papa no aye stress panic Ṣtrike no now ohun ne onye ni nyina aye say abra na ofie no investigations so Emma chairman de win the new cases are dropping Ďrops kind of charges no papa no oyi ne hu ba biara enyi. Look at this. And according to agent, there is a new $1 million be a sign assign the former Bank of Ghana boss. The commercial bank boss. Check assign to extent say in Pænic papa no ho akadwam because now no NSS no there's gonna be some charges be a course and I'm say charges na aye ready na nka Attorney General ede ba bonten no there is a new review about bonten a new scandal dropping some millions of Ghana cedis be a boss na assign check omuyi as can hefa na ko. And this is the work of Attorney General ensuring say obi a wadi sika bia enye necessary say chinipa na tuma maska na se. But in a contrary to say je Ghana sika di amano ni abo oman no ho bra. This is what we are doing. The kind of scandal a course Akufo-Addo sika wa the man ba Akroma for spare parts of the ambulance deal. And if said do dear nimun make it the shaft deals we are. How much more a year do within the 1 year because already the Pænic are paving way for all these scandals to proceed. How much more a year or no or was here? How much more? Na eneno yame who say under the Akufo-Addo, under the President Kufuor era no omo ma yete ase say so we are appointee na so we aban sika you need to deposit 10% party ni coffee no and just chrono no aye DNA mo system no they understand it to be say a normal thing and they are doing this just to get themselves rich. Even in the tenure of office no Akufo-Addo ain't me hold any of his appointees accountable. How much more? So it takes this Attorney General to reveal some secrets down just to recover our money. Now make out for 1 year to make sure When you subscribe to Alpha One YouTube, make sure to subscribe. No one like no one share, no one turn on notification bell. No, say update be I no. Once a bit me a can make a with a comment section once you're there. Make sure to believe your comments where you be a aqua for 101.